Since May is Better Speech and Hearing Month, let's learn about how noise can affect our hearing.
Stop! What? Do you know what that's doing to your hearing? What? Let's take a look.
Sound waves enter the ear through the ear canal and hit the eardrum at the end of the canal. This will vibrate when the sound waves hit it. Behind the eardrum there are three tiny bones called the hammer, the anvil, and the stirrup that also vibrate and amplify the sound. The bones carry the sound vibrations to the cochlea. Once the sound waves enter the cochlea, they travel around inside and bend over tiny nerve endings that are called hair cells. These are fragile and they cannot be replaced. The movement of these hair cells sends a signal to the brain where the message is decoded. Loud noise can permanently damage these hair cells because they get bent over too much and can't spring back, causing noise-induced hearing loss. In most cases, noise-induced hearing loss will occur over time due to continuous exposure to loud noises.
In addition to loud music, here are some examples of daily activities that can also damage the hair cells in your ear. Mowing the lawn, working with power tools, attending concerts, listening to your iPod with earbuds, shooting at the fire range, snowmobile riding, and sitting in traffic.
According to the CDC, occupational hearing loss due to noise exposure is the most common work-related injury in the U.S. Here are some examples of occupations that can cause noise-induced hearing loss if precautions to protect your hearing are not followed. Factory workers, farmers, paramedics, musicians, military personnel, construction workers, or beauticians.
It is important to remember that noise-induced hearing loss is 100% preventable and can occur at any age. Let's look at the preventative measures we can take to protect our hearing. One of the first steps to protecting our hearing is to know which sounds can cause damage to our hair cells. Noises at or above 85 decibels is generally the level to remember. In general, noise is dangerous if you have to shout to be heard, the noise causes your ears to ring, and the noise is painful to your ears.
This chart can help you to gauge which sounds have the capability of damaging your hearing. Remember that sounds at 85 decibels or above is the level at which hearing can be negatively affected. In this chart, the dangerous sounds are within the red and brown rows. Some examples include blenders, car horns, hair dryers, and fireworks.
Now that you know what noises may cause noise-induced hearing loss, here are some guidelines to follow when you are exposed to this level of noise. A simple rule to follow is to wear hearing protection with noises that are too loud and too close or that last too long.
Another guideline to follow is to turn it down. If the person next to you can hear your music through your headphones, turn it down. Remember that noise-induced hearing loss is 100% preventable.
The most effective way to prevent noise-induced hearing loss is to simply avoid loud noises by walking away from the source. But if you really want to go to that Justin Bieber concert, you can reduce your exposure to noise by moving back 10 to 15 feet from the noise source, or by limiting your exposure time.
Noise-induced hearing loss symptoms usually gradually increase over time as exposure time to harmful noises increases. Symptoms may include sound sounding distorted or muffled, difficulty understanding speech, especially in noisy environments, difficulty hearing sounds, especially higher-pitched sounds. You begin turning up the volume on the TV or radio, ear discomfort after noise exposure, or ringing or buzzing sensation in the ears.
For more information on noise-induced hearing loss and workplace safety, visit the following websites. If you experience any of the symptoms that we mentioned of noise-induced hearing loss, please visit www.audiology.org to find an audiologist in your area and have your hearing screened.